Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my first inaugural episode of Good Morning Gears. As you can see, I have my cold brew iced coffee, and we're just gonna play some Gears of War and hang out first thing here in the morning. It's about 9:40 a.m. I've been up for probably close to like an hour at this point. I don't know. I used to have that ability to like stay up late and you know, game all night, and I'm gonna get chainsaw. And you know, just kind of like, you know, be a typical gamer. But ever since I started working in a bigger role within OpTic, my ability to just have that kind of sleep schedule, that gamer life kind of sleep schedule, has just been almost non-existent, which is fine. It's fine for me. I mean, I enjoy having more of my day to, you know, do more. I enjoy being able to you know, just have time to do things throughout the day, like enjoy the daylight. But you know, it's sometimes it's a little, you know, frustrating being so tired so early. But anyways, I digress. So what is Good Morning Gears? Well, Good Morning Gears is a new series that I'm starting where I pretty much just play Gears in the morning. I drink my coffee, I play some Gears of War. I'll probably upload this once or twice a week, and you know, see how it goes. I'm not good at Gears anymore, as you can tell from this gameplay, but this is all recorded. You know, I'm commentating as I'm playing. It's recorded kind of live and in your face, and I feel like my sensitivities are still high from when I was messing around. Actually, yeah, I'm still on all 30s, so that's not normally what I play on. I'm trying to just, you know, I was sucking so much when I got back into playing Gears that I figured I would just learn to play on all 30s and deal with the consequences. So that's what I'm doing. Hopefully I can get used to it and not suck for too long. But you never know. It's all 30s is definitely a different beast when it comes to sensitivities. Normally I play on, I think, like 26, 23, 21, or 27. Like, I kind of fluctuate depending on like if I'm playing bad or if I'm playing good. So for this I'm more likely to just like swing my camera way too fast, and I said that wrong, way too far past something, and just completely miss. So yeah, it should be interesting to see how long this kind of learning curve for upping my sensitivity so much takes. I know they put a sniper bottom barn, but I'm not worried about that. I normally would just go for the sniper, but on all 30s, I'm not going to hit a shot with it anyway, so I might as well let my teammates handle that. So yeah, part of this will, you know, be me focusing on taking more time to like, you know, actually focus on hitting my shots. And this obviously is 2.8 because this is escalation. This is the competitive playlist, so you know, the things are a little bit different now from when I was playing all the time. You know, I was playing, let's see, 5 days a week minimum, streaming for 3 hours each day. Really just on the grind of content and streaming, and that doesn't even count like the YouTube videos I was making, and then team practices where I'd be playing with the guys and warming up with them and stuff. So I used to be playing the game a lot, and I think I actually, a lot of people saw kind of my skill develop just through how much I was playing the game. And it always goes to attest towards the point that I try to make with like new players of, you know, practicing the game, and the repetition of things will help you improve. Even though you see a lot of pro players who are just naturally gifted and talented, like the players on my team, like players on, you know, any of the top teams really, Echo Fox, Ghost, whatever. A lot of them are just naturally talented at the game, and it's not a thing where they have to practice it and play it a bunch. It's a thing where they just do it. And it seems to work out for them. But for most people, it's not that way. You have to really spend time, you know, honing your craft like you would any traditional sport or activity. You know, you don't just instantly become like a martial arts god. You have to train yourself to that point, learn the techniques and the movements and the knowing when to use certain things. It's the same way for any kind of video game. I am in a bad situation here, except he misrolled. So yeah, I mean, it feels good. Another exciting new thing for me is, and I'm gonna do a setup tour video once I get it completely finalized. But I am now on a dual computer setup, which is super nice for PC gaming especially. This is on console right now. I'm trying to record in the highest possible quality I can just to see how it goes. But I have a dual PC setup now, which means for when I start streaming and when I start, you know, really getting on this YouTube grind, I will have way more abilities in terms of what I can stream, what I can create. Virtual reality streams are 100% doable now. Any PC game like PUBG, which is normally kind of intensive and makes me drop quality because I'm streaming it, is super easy now. I get like 140 frames because I basically took a lot of my own money and invested it into revamping everything that has to do with my content. I'm honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm probably spending close to like $3,000 to $4,000 to revamp my content setup. And a lot of you might think, oh my God, that's so much money, that's crazy. But, and it is, realistically, it is pretty crazy. But the way I look at it is, content is something that, it's not like my cash cow. It's not something that I'm making my living off of. I'm not one of the big OpTic content creators, but it's something I've found that I really enjoy doing. And I'm the kind of person who's like, if I'm gonna do something, I wanna do it right. I wanna do it to the best of my abilities that I possibly can. And I'm in a position in life where I have the ability to do something like that, to put that money into something that I'm truly passionate about and enjoy doing, just for the betterment of the quality and stuff. And you know, it probably won't pan out in terms of like giving me a return on that investment, but I'll enjoy the hell out of myself while I'm doing it. And obviously, like, you know, I built a new gaming computer, and I built I set up like a new audio setup so you can tell my microphone's different. This is an XLR microphone now. It's no longer like a USB Blue Yeti. It's a higher quality microphone setup, and that was a nice shot. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I've got my PC on my right, recording the gameplay and recording my microphone audio, and then I've got the PC on my left, which will be my gaming PC, and it is a beast. I mean, I built a like top of the line gaming PC. I mean, I could have done more, obviously, but you know, it only makes sense to go so far when buying all like the extra stuff. So this is, you know, a GTX 1080 Ti, one of the newer i7s, the 8700Ks or 8700K, liquid cooled, 32 gigs of DDR4, like 3000 megahertz RAM. It's got an NVMe SSD in it, and then a regular 1 terabyte SSD for like games. Oh, I misrolled. What? Oh, he stayed on that cover and I shot over his head. So it is literally a tank. And I put it into like a kind of a small, like, I guess a small form factor, like a small case. At least smaller than my other PC, just because I wanted something more compact that could sit on my desk and not take up too much space. But I kind of wanted to make it like a sleeper PC where it's like built into like an old crappy case. But that's too much work, and I'd have to mod the case. But so anyways, yes, I have a new setup. I have new content stuff. My stream packages are getting revamped. I'm sure a lot of you saw the rebrand, or not rebrand, but I guess like new overlays and you know, packages, art graphics packages from Blaze Disc Designs. Dude's amazing. Oh my lord, I suck. So I've got all that. I'm working on some other cool things for my stream, and then I can get that going again. I'm sure a lot of you noticed the beginning of this video and the beginning of my last few videos, the new little animated intro, which I'm still tweaking, but I had that made. So like a lot of just really cool stuff. I'm putting a lot of attention to detail into this because I want to do it right, you know? Honestly though, Gears feels so much better now. I don't know if a lot of you guys have noticed, but it feels like a better quality game, at least in the multiplayer experience. You know, like the game itself hasn't, in terms of like graphics and the core content of it hasn't really changed, but the way it feels, the way it moves, the way like the guns feel, at least in competitive, it feels a lot better. So I have to give a massive shout out to Node Zero and to the the multiplayer team over at the Coalition for basically revamping Gears and making it what it probably should have been all along, because this is like a really good experience now. It's just clean. By the way, FYI, this is super hard because I have no game audio. That's one thing I haven't figured out from my sound setup of this dual PC thing is normally for me to get Xbox audio, I have it going through OBS. So I kind of like live preview it through OBS, but for some reason it wasn't recording the game audio while live previewing it for me. So I got to tweak the OBS settings a little bit, and then it's a different PC. Like OBS is on that PC, and my Turtle Beach tactical controller that like feed, it's basically like a mix amp, is on my gaming PC. So I have to refigure that out. Originally I had taken just a audio cable, like a headphone jack kind of audio cable, 3.5 millimeter, and run it from the front of like the headphone out of my streaming PC into the auxiliary in of my my tactical controller, and thought that would work, and it does. It puts the sound over, but there's this horrible like staticky white noise whining sound that I can't seem to fix. So, and it only happens when I do that. I can plug headphones into that jack and be perfectly fine, but so right now I'm playing with no game audio, which is a little bit difficult and probably should have been tested on my side so that I can fix that. But it is what it is. I'm starting to like the 30s, like the having like the ability to move so quickly. It's a perk that a lot of people don't really pay attention to, like how useful it can be. Alright, so we need their home hill. Be a little bit sneaky. He knew I was there and shot before me, or he just reacted better. So for those of you who don't know, I've been trying to be more active on social media, especially Instagram. So if you could, please make sure that you go follow me on Instagram at thyAshes. I'm going to be trying to post there way more consistently, and just kind of capturing that audience, because I feel like Instagram is such a underutilized market for me. I don't know. I've never been the type to like take selfies and post selfies. I don't even like the fact that I'm sitting here right now on camera in a tank top and like messy hair, and like literally that's the theme of this video, is like I rolled out of bed, made a coffee, and sat down on my setup and turned on my Xbox and hit record. Like this is raw. This is me like being awake for very little time. The only reason I'm actually awake as I am is because I actually had to like walk my dog, and so get that little exercise in. So speaking of exercise, that's a great way for me to segue into something else I want to talk about, is my current weight loss goals, I guess you could say, or like I don't know what the right wording for it would be, but I guess goals works. But yeah, I'm on a diet. I've been doing it for about a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe, and I think we're coming up on 2 weeks. Oh my lord! Need to hold my shots better. I missed. So I've been on a diet for about 2 weeks. I would like to give. I think it'd be funny to give credit to the amazing YouTube commenters who were calling me fat in my first vlogs that I uploaded. But I knew I was fat way before they commented to that, so it's I can't give you credit. You guys are just dickheads. But no, realistically, it's weird because there's people who are like my height. I'm 6'2", and there are people who are my height or even shorter who weigh more than me and don't look fat, or if they're like on the heavier side, like they look just like bulky rather than fat. So it's annoying. Whereas like for me, I have a whole reverse hourglass going. Like I have a gut and I have like just like fat hips. Like I know that sounds really like feminine for me to say, but like my fat just stores up in like 2 spots. So like my face won't look as fat. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, what? There's another guy there? Holy shit, thank you. That's 5 dead. So I'm currently working on I started a diet like 2 weeks ago, and I have lost like 8 or 9 pounds I think since I started it. I'm just doing kind of like a low carb. At first I started with like eating healthier, like trying to choose healthier options, but I don't think I was doing it 100% correct. So I went to New Orleans. I ate like crap the entire time I was in New Orleans because it's New Orleans. You have to enjoy like fried seafood and fried everything. But I came back and I ate bad for like 2 days, and then I kind of I saw myself when I was uploading the vlogs and watching the rebroadcast of the tournament. I was like, okay, yeah, like I need to really buckle down on this and focus on, you know, just getting healthier. It's not even so much about like caring about, I guess, like my gut and my image. It's like I also want to be healthy. Like I don't want to fucking just be that fat guy, you know? So I started focusing on like my diet. I decided to do, I was originally going to do kind of like a keto diet, where keto, from my basic understanding without very much research, is high fat and like a lot of fat and a lot of protein. I also don't know how I just won that. That kid choked. Like, so protein, fat, no carbs, and just, you know, that's kind of how you balance out your diet. But a lot of that is like, there's vegetables that I like that I think are healthy, and I think that I should really find like a more nutritious diet, because my fear is with keto is I do this diet, I lose a lot of weight really quickly. One of the risks of keto is gout, or any kind of like high protein intake diet is gout, and my mom has gout, and I definitely don't want that. For those of you who don't know, it's like a muscle, or it's like a buildup of like, just like, it basically makes, I don't remember what the thing is, but it's like basically like little rock buildups in like your joints, and then like they constantly have to like kind of crack and break, and it hurts. Like, it's just a lot of pain. My mom has it, unfortunately, in like her ankles, so whenever she has like too much red meat, and I know she's like, she can't walk, so like when that happens, she can't like physically walk. It's just like brings tears to her eyes. This is how much pain. So I don't want that. So what I started doing is kind of like a weird, just kind of like low carb diet. Like not avoiding all carbs, but not like, I'm not eating breads or tortillas or like anything like that. I'm sticking to trying to keep my meals like vegetables and and proteins. I won't shy away from like a sweet potato, but I'm not gonna have like a regular potato. You know what I mean? So sweet potatoes have carbs, but like it's also like a really healthy food. As long as you're not, you know, abusing it. And so I just kind of cut out like all that stuff, like chips and tortillas and breads and all that stuff, and really started focusing on, you know, the vegetables, the protein, stuff like that. And it's actually really interesting. There's a lot of recipes that are like, honestly, what it is, you just substitute like whatever the carb would be with, God, what is like the white broccoli called? Why am I not thinking of the cauliflower? And they're so good. Like I made like a mac and cheese kind of recipe, that you substitute the macaroni noodles for cauliflower, and like the texture isn't the same as noodles, obviously, but the taste was amazing. Like it tasted really, really good. You don't notice in the taste that you're not eating, you know, pasta. You just, it's just like a tad. It's almost like the noodles weren't cooked all the way, but you blanch the cauliflower, so it's not like it's like crunchy like just regular cauliflower. It's still, you know, kind of moist. But so I've been doing this diet. I've lost like 8 or 9 pounds, and I've got a workout routine set up for me by the amazing guys at IPI, the Innovative Performance Institute. So I'm really excited to get to work on that. But guys, that's the end of the match, thus the end of the video. I really appreciate you having your morning coffee with me. You know, cheers to you guys for waking up and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this, make sure you thumbs up, and let me know in the comments if there's, you know, things you wanted me to talk about in future videos or whatever the case may be. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video with your next cup of coffee.